You want to know what's wrong with a 3-day tiki cocktail event? Aloha, welcome back to Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour. We will get to that in just a minute. I just returned from Florida. Well, it's been a couple weeks now. I came back and got the world pandemic thing that's been going around for the second time. I'm fine now, enjoying a cocktail. I just returned from the Hukilau in Florida. I was not only hired to photograph the event, shoot some video like you saw at the beginning of this episode, but also I was there giving my first ever live Breezeway Cocktail Hour talk. No, it was just an episode. It was just like a live episode. That's what it was. I was so stressed out about, like, do I have to give some big speech about the origins of orgeat or falernum or something? And I was like, just do the show. People like the show. Do the show. I think that'll probably be next week's episode. But I have to tell you, it was so nice to be back in Florida at the Hukilau, where I got to meet so many fans and friends of the Breezeway Cocktail Hour. The Breezetonians were there. It's like the fan club of the Breezeway Cocktail Hour on Facebook. There's a group there, the Breezetonians. So join the group if you'd like. In fact, leaders of the Breezetonians, Jason Westcoat and Tat Diver, made these cork, what are they, coasters? Check that out. What do you think about corks? I like them. On the back, a very East LA kind of font we have here for the Breezetonians. So I certainly want to thank those guys for making me feel so welcome at the event. Of course, the Hula Girls started playing at the Hukilau about 9 years ago. I think it was 9 years ago we first arrived on the shores of Florida. And the one thing that is different about this Hukilau, as opposed to past years of the Hukilau, is that usually we include the Mai Kai in the events. And there's a whole night where there are bands playing in the Molokai bar. The Mai Kai does their big luau show with all of the dances of Polynesia. It's the cocktails. It's all of the incredible artwork and carvings, and just an incredible space from 1956. It was a lot of fun. It was just a little bit different without the inclusion of the Mai Kai. Of course, the Mai Kai was represented there at the Hukilau by several staff employees, including Pia, who's operations, something like that, and then Kern Matai, who's been the general manager. I don't know what their titles are. All I know is that Kern has been a part of the Mai Kai for years and years and years. I was happy to see him. I was happy to drink a mutiny for the first time from the Mai Kai in years. My God, and a barrel of rum. They were serving Mai Kai cocktails at the Hukilau. So were like 20 other bars, all kinds of places. And I wish I could remember everybody who gave me a drink, all the different bars across the country who were represented there, including the Tonga Hut, Hidden Harbor, the Foundation Room. Dude, I don't know. There were so many bars there. The problem with an event like that, getting back to what I was talking about at the beginning, the problem with an event like that is that every one of these cocktails is so precise and so delicate in its taste that it's really something to be celebrated. And when you drink 15, 20 of these things, and of course they're cut down in proportion. It's not like everybody's drinking 15 full glasses of cocktail, but you're drinking sample sizes, like still plenty, but sample sizes of all these cocktails, and eventually you just go, dude, I just want a beer. You get overwhelmed by the amount of rum and falernum and simple syrups and all of this fruit juices that I just got to the point where I was like, I'd like a beer, please. And I think the problem with an event like this is that you want to taste all these cocktails. But as you're tasting more and more, each one kind of gets less special. I really like to treat these cocktails like they're just on a pedestal. So the event consists of all kinds of bands. Our friends the Suffragettes were performing, as well as our friends the Manakuras, a great new exotica band. They're really just... they were a highlight of the weekend. A bunch of other bands did perform, and I'm sorry if I don't mention their names. The whole thing was just a whirlwind. But as I said, like, all kinds of people were giving me different gifts, and it was so nice, including this shirt by Aloha's by Carmen. So I do want to thank Carmen, and of course her husband, who helped in the Breezeway Cocktail Hour bungalow party. Carmen made and sewed up this shirt for me. Isn't it incredible? And of course, these patterns here, this is a coaster that we sell on our online store, but she pulled this pattern from the coaster as well as the glassware, made this repeat with some of the graphics that I have on the glassware. You can even see my jug logo, see, right there. Such an amazing gift to get. So thank you again, Carmen. I can't tell you how humbling it is to know that you spent the time on this thing to make it for me. Really appreciate that. Another one of our fans from the Breezeway Cocktail Hour gave me this super rare Trader Sam's Black Pearl. I guess, like, I don't know the whole story about these black pearls and white pearls, but I guess the black pearl is the rare one. So again, thank you for this. As I mentioned, friends of the Moai and the Breeztonians threw a bungalow party for the Breezeway Cocktail Hour. Spike's Breezeway Bungalow Party. So at night, all these bungalows, like these, they're probably like $2,000 a night bungalows. You know, it was a gorgeous resort. But every night, these bungalows open up. They're usually themed with like all this decor, special cocktails, music. It's really cool. And so the friends of the Moai and the Breeztonians decided that they wanted to have a Breezeway Cocktail Hour bungalow party. The cocktails were sponsored by Hidden Harbor, one of the best tiki cocktail bars just damn near anywhere. They're in Pittsburgh, so it was nice to have them come all the way down to Florida to participate in our Breezeway Cocktail Hour bungalow party. They made an amazing cocktail. Watch this. So what'd you think about that? Fun event, right? And also at the bungalow party, the music there was sponsored by High Tide Recordings. It was so nice to have Magda and Vincent DJing and providing the event with just the perfect music, including the Hula Girls. At the live event, the Shrunken Monkey approached me. He was the guy that sculpted our tiki mugs. He hands me a custom glazed Breezeway Cocktail Hour tiki mug. There are only 3 of these in existence. Each one's different, of course. One of them was given out at the Breezeway Cocktail Hour live show at the Hukilau. I'm keeping one of them for my own archives and for the Breezeway, obviously. One of these is going to be given out to one of you. I'm going to be doing it on our Instagram account, so if you want to go to @thehulagirls, that is the band that I'm in, follow along there and you can figure out how to enter to win. It'll probably be next week. Super rad, super custom. Who knows what this thing's gonna be worth, but you can't get this thing, well, you can't get it anywhere. So if you want to win one of these things, go follow the Hula Girls on Instagram. I just love that people want to be involved in the Breezeway Cocktail Hour and donate things and help me along, because there's not much money to be made doing this, which brings me to the next point. Paul Yesbach, a friend and fan of the Breezeway Cocktail Hour, made something for me, and I'm gonna offer it to you guys. He goes, you know, I know that it's really hard for you to make any kind of money doing this thing, so if I'm able to help you by donating something that you can in turn sell on eBay, try to raise some funds, keep this thing going, I'd love to help out. So, in anticipation of next year, hopefully at the Maikai, Paul Yesbach made this for us. I'm gonna be putting it on eBay. There's gonna be a link in the description. He made 2 of these. One of these is going to eBay. The other one is gonna stay here in the Breezeway. I wanna thank Paul for donating this, and check this out. Yeah, isn't that rad? Just like the sign out in front of the Maikai. So I am happy to put this thing up for auction. The other one is already packed up and ready to be shipped out. So we are very excited to be back at the Maikai next year. If you are interested in purchasing this, go to the link in the description below for the auction on eBay. And then the last night in Florida, I spent with Vincent and Magda from High Tide Recordings, as well as Johnny and Shauna from some friends, being friends. And we went to a place in Little Havana called, don't remember what it was called. It was phenomenal. Incredible Cuban food, incredible daiquiris. They even had a picture of Constantino Ribelagua from El Floridita in Havana, Cuba, the inventor of the Hemingway daiquiri. But it was a wonderfully themed Cuban restaurant. You could have cigars if you want. You could have all kinds of different daiquiris, mojitos, all kinds of stuff. Phenomenal. So good. After that, we went to a place called Exotico? After the Cuban place, we went to one of the most incredible tiki bars I've ever been to, Exotico in Miami. Yeah, dude. Now, it's not this. It's not dark and traditional and this. It's Miami Vice does tiki. And I mean that in a good way. It's very neon, but it doesn't go so far away from tiki where you go, dude, what is this? It's great. The cocktails are phenomenal. It's amazing. The Navy grog comes with an ice cone. Dude, like, all of the garnishes are incredible. The drinks are perfect. But of course, like, by the end of this whole weekend, I had already had 17,000 tiki cocktails. So while they were great, I feel like the experience was lost on me a bit because I was so numb to all of these flavors. That's the problem with a 3-day tiki cocktail event. But while we were there, the owner, Daniele Dalla Pola, gave me this incredible glass. Like, look how rad. It's definitely in the tradition of Trader Vic with kind of this Tappa print kind of pattern, except it's been updated with waves and all kinds of stuff. So I do want to say thank you to him, and we're talking about hopefully doing something together in the future. Maybe we'll do an episode from Exotico. That'd be rad. Folks, if you enjoyed this, please be sure to like, comment, hit the subscribe button if you aren't already. Join the Patreon. Get the jug pin. Check out the eBay link in the description below to figure out how to win this thing. And go join the Hula Girls on Instagram to potentially win this. All right. I'll see you next week. Aloha.